Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Russo. As you can tell by the title, we'll be talking about Tyler Herro. Now, a few months ago I made a video on Mr. Herro. I compared him to Klay Thompson. I compared him to his insane shooting ability, his good defensive awareness. And now we've seen him in the Summer League. We saw him light the hell out of that. Now it's preseason. Only been 3 preseason games, and here I am talking about why he's probably could have been a top 5 pick maybe in this draft. It's insane. When we drafted Herro, when the Heat drafted Herro, I was pretty hyped. A lot of Heat fans wanted Kevin Porter Jr., Sekou Doumbouya, Romeo Langford. But when we drafted Herro, I trusted, Pat Riley and the Heat staff, because, obviously they're scouting departments, we're just Twitter coaches. And boy, has he been proving everyone wrong. Everyone that doubted him, he's been insane. So yeah, so far in the preseason, only been 3 games. He's been averaging 16 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And how's he shooting, you say? Shooting 54% from the field, 53% from 3-point land, and 100% from the 3-throw line. Now, if you watch that video I made a few months ago, I'll put a card up the top there if you want to watch it. I said he was a phenomenal free throw shooter. I said he can shoot the hell out of the ball. I said the coaches at Kentucky, they loved his work ethic, and that's all Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra can really gloss over. They keep talking about that work ethic. Now that Jimmy Butler's there, it seems it's gone up another notch. And, with the Miami Heat, a lot of people always talk about that Heat culture, and that's just what he embodies. Tyler Herro really is Heat culture. So, the positives, he's an amazing shooter. We've seen him shoot. You've seen him in preseason. You've seen these clips as well, I'll put on the screen. He can create his own shot, whether it's a step back, coming off a screen, isolation plays. He can create his own shot. He's got great defensive instincts. You've seen him, he even got a block, and he's not a blocker, so that's that. But whenever in the passing lane, he looks tremendous. I haven't been able to find his RDPM or real defensive plus minus, all those advanced analytics for defense. But just off the eye test, you can tell he got the passing lane strapped down. He knows how to work double teams on the defensive end. Yeah, he's also great dribble drive penetration. I remember watching against the Charlotte Hornets, him and Dion Waiters. So with Herro, once he starts knocking down shots, they start sending double teams over to him. He's not like Devin Booker, he embraces that, and that's what you want. You want to play that's confident, that can embrace those type of challenges. And with Herro, it seems like when a double team comes, he has that awareness to know where to go. So with the dribble drive penetration, he'll either kick out to Waiters or kick out to someone open. So there's that. He can create his own shot, great dribble drive penetration, great awareness when a double team is coming, and he can play off ball too. That's obviously, when everyone thinks of Tyler Herro, everyone thinks how good of a shooter he is. So much so people think he's a JJ Redick or Luke Kennard carbon copy. He's not. I said he was a Klay Thompson, but now looking at it, he's Devin Booker 2.0. Or you could say Tyler Herro 1.0. You see Devin Booker, he's an amazing shot creator. He, creates his own shot. He dropped 70 points once. He can get to free throw line, great free throw shooter. Both not great defensively, but Herro, great defensive awareness. I'll tell you, I said in the passing lane and all that, he's got that defensive awareness. And yeah, so I said he was like Klay Thompson. And what the difference is between Klay Thompson and Tyler Herro is Klay's a phenomenal one-on-one defender. And that's where Herro kind of falls down a bit. One-on-one defensively, he does struggle to keep up with his man. So let's just say if he was guarding someone, Victor Oladipo would probably, he couldn't guard Oladipo. Some athletic 2-guard like that. So that's the only problem, one-on-one defensively, he kind of can struggle a bit. But that's alright. Everything else, he's pretty good. So yeah, he's very confident like I was saying. That's always what you want. You don't want a rookie that's scared to take shots or be aggressive. Sure, it's bad if he starts chucking up shots. For the most part though, he's on a leash, he knows what to do. You've seen him line it up against, who did the Heat play the other night? They played the Atlanta Hawks. You saw him, he dropped 14 points in 5 minutes. And it's got to the point where everyone's trying to, he's in trade talks with the Wizards for Bradley Beal, who's been rumoured to leave soon. And now, I'm a huge admirer of Bradley Beal. He played for Florida Gators, of course, the Miami team there. Miami college team or whatever. Well, that's the Hurricanes, but you know what I mean. A Florida team. So, Beal's got his Florida ties with Udonis Haslem, favourite player growing up, Dwayne Wade. And you think Bradley Beal, Jimmy Butler, that could be a top 3 seed easy. But it's got to a point, I didn't think I'd be asking myself on draft night. If you asked me draft night, would I want Tyler Herro for Bradley Beal? I would have slapped you in the face and said, yes, of course. Why are you asking me that? It's Bradley Beal. But it's only been a few Summer League games and preseason games where it's come to a point where it's Do I want to trade Tyler Herro for Bradley Beal, someone that put up 25, 5, and 5 last season? And to be honest, I probably still would trade him. But I mean, Herro looks pretty promising. He looks pretty damn promising. And the fact is, with Bradley Beal, you know he's going to leave in free agency. That's the gist I'll get. He does seem like a pretty loyal guy, but unless Wizards don't make any moves by then, I think he's just going to bounce. And I think he would come to the Heat maybe just because of his Florida ties and everything like that. So with Herro, I don't want to trade him. Like, he's still Dwayne Wade. Imagine Pat Riley traded Dwayne Wade back in 2003 for, was it Kwame Brown on draft night? Oh, can you imagine that? No. So it's like, I think I want to keep Herro over Bradley Beal, and that sounds so stupid saying that, but in 2 years' time, we could get Bradley Beal in free agency and still keep Tyler Herro, and he could keep progressing. And it's come to a point, like I said before, Tyler Herro, if you did this draft again, he might go top 5. I've got the notes written down here. So this is everyone in the lottery, everyone drafted higher than him, so he's averaging more points than Ja Morant. I'll put stats on the screen as well. So Ja Morant, RJ Barrett, PJ Washington, DeAndre Hunter, Darius Garland, Jarrett Culver, Jackson Hayes, Roy Hachimura, Cameron Reddish, Cameron Johnson. And yeah, the only 2 people that are averaging more points, you could probably guess, Zion Williamson. He's in a class of his own. Zion Williamson's a beast, and that was obviously projected, you know. Everyone knew he'd be a beast, but even without a consistent jump shot, he's still tearing up the league. And Kobe White is averaging more points. But the thing is, Kobe White is shooting 39%, Tyler Herro is shooting 54%. So there's only 3 preseason games, so I just want to talk about this one-on-one discussion. Tyler Herro might be a top 5 pick. And so I've talked about everything there. The only other negative too, he has very small arms. Very small arms. So that doesn't help. But once again, he's still great in the passing line, so he makes up for that defensive awareness. But his arms are smaller than the average NBA player. But another small armed player in the NBA is Jimmy Butler. And we all know Jimmy Butler's like a top 3 two-way player, you could say. Put him up there with the likes of Klay Thompson. Then you could probably say Jimmy Butler. Maybe. But yeah. So that's pretty much all I have to say, really. I've been amazed with Tyler Herro's work ethic. Honestly, if he gets a start and role in the Heat's offense, this lineup over Dion Waiters, I can see him put him up 15 points. At least. That's the bare minimum, 15 points. I reckon one day he'll be a 50, 40, 90 guy. I don't think it'll be that season. I don't think he'll shoot about 50% this season. But maybe 3rd year or so, I reckon he could be. And yeah, he's been looking great. I've been so pleased with his play. I'm looking forward to watching his last 2 preseason games against the Houston Rockets and Orlando Magic. And I do feel like he'll steal the draft. He was drafted 13th overall, and it makes you think, how was someone like Cameron Reddish drafted 10th overall just based on his untapped potential? Because Cameron Reddish, he's been compared to like the likes of Carmelo Anthony for having that pure jump shot and being a pure scorer, but he's averaging, 6 points and 28% shooting so far. And like DeAndre Hunter, he's 23, 21, and he's still not doing well. So it makes you think, how is Tyler Herro drafted 13th overall? Like, it's just crazy. How was he drafted that low? Yeah, so I was talking about he was drafted 13th overall, and if you haven't heard that 13th pick, there's always somehow a diamond in the rough. So I've got a little the list here of the 13th overall pick. So obviously Tyler Herro this year, Jerome Robinson last year with the Clippers, then you have Donovan Mitchell, and I actually wanted the Heat to draft Donovan Mitchell in 2017, but yeah, obviously Jazz took him, or the Nuggets took him. And then we got Bam Adebayo, who's pretty darn good too, so I'm not too mad. Papagiannis, obviously not much. Devin Booker right there. So obviously the stars are aligned. Devin Booker and Tyler Herro, both 13th overall picks, and both so similar. Like, they are incredibly similar play styles, and hopefully he can be Tyler Herro, Devin Booker, but a playoff. Devin Booker hasn't made the playoffs yet. You don't even think the Suns will make the playoffs this season. And Tyler Herro is already looking like he might be on a top 4 team in the East. So Kelly Olynyk there. So there's one other very good player that you might heard of, Kobe Bryant. So obviously this means nothing, but there's always somehow that 13th pick, especially as of late, has always produced some diamonds in the rough. And who knows, maybe the next one could be Tyler Herro from Kentucky. So anyways, fellas, that's going to do it for me. If you did go enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a subscription. We're on the road to 1,000 subs. And I do think Tyler Herro is going to be pretty damn good. Hopefully at the end of the season, we come back to this and maybe he was the 2nd best rookie. Obviously, I would like him to be the 1st best rookie, but let's be realistic. Zion Williamson is a generational player. He is unbelievable, athletic. He'll be rookie of the year, Zion, but honestly, Tyler Herro, I reckon he will be a first team All-NBA. I reckon the guards will be Ja Morant, Tyler Herro on first team All-NBA. Obviously, Darius Garland is right there, and Darius Garland, he's elite, but he's a bit injury prone, and throughout the preseason, he hasn't even been starting. They've been starting Colin Sexton, point guard, and shooting guard. They've been starting Dellavedova there, so it's like, Cavs aren't even starting Darius Garland, and Heat, obviously they had Dion Waiters, but you saw the other night, Tyler Herro, he's lights it up. And I'd 100% start Tyler Herro just to get that, develop him quick, He's not going to develop quick if he's on the bench coming off in a 6-man microwave role. And we've seen Dion Waiters, he's been injury prone, inconsistent. And obviously it's early days, and I'm hyping Herro like he's a fucking MVP or All-Star already. Look at how he's looking. The fact that he's in trade talks with Bradley Beal should show. He's the 13th pick and he's in talks for an All-Star. It already shows how good he's gone. But yeah, anyways, that is it for me. Do like it, please subscribe. Road to 1,000 subs, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.